English society, more than other parts of the UK, is growing increasingly hostile to immigration. In parts of many major cities, white faces are a rarity, except if they're Polish. European and then national elections are coming. People will make their judgments. It's all on the minds of politicians, as all the parties agree too much immigration is bad for the economy. The think tank that's come up with all this is closely aligned to Britain's ruling Conservative Party, and it's hardly surprising that it's got an eye on next May's national elections. And if you look beneath the slightly alarmist headlines here, you can see what they're trying to do. Indians, it decides, are hard-working and much more likely to vote Tory or Conservative. Africans, however, it concludes, are much more likely to vote for the Labour Party, but are also much more likely to be unemployed. The report author says the intention wasn't to raise an alarm about mass migration, but to help politicians better understand a changing electorate.
We examined socioeconomic status, life experiences, attitudes and aspirations, and what we found is on almost any metric you look at, there are striking differences between communities, and it would be good for politicians and policymakers to appreciate those.
And so politicians don't appreciate that, you're thinking of at the moment?
Well, I think there is a tendency in the media at least to assume that the ethnic minority community is one homogenous political unit.
The Conservatives have been accused of manipulating the economy to create a deserving, hard-working poor and a lazy poor against whom the media can target their anger. So are there now deserving and undeserving immigrants as well?
I think the fear is with reports like this is they will be jumped on and used for those sorts of slightly more worrying kind of purposes where, you know, be a sense of we want good immigrants in this country. The ones we want in are the ones who will work hard and play by the rules, and this sense of we have other groups who are somehow culturally not able to do that.
Some attempts to change the debates have failed, most notably the government's van, which went round London telling migrants to go home if they didn't have the right papers. And some will use this study as a way of defending their argument that Britain's becoming a foreign country. But perhaps the most interesting finding wasn't in the headlines, that immigrants tend to feel themselves more British and proud of it than many British people do. Laurence Lee, Al Jazeera, London.